All right, hopefully you guys can hear me now. See, I was too locked in. You're right. I was too locked in. Yo, I was too focused on the chart. All right, I'm back. I mean, I was just marking out the zones, nothing special. But I did say once I hit 10,000 subscribers, I will do a giveaway. I will be giving away some most likely Lucid accounts and probably Apex accounts, but that will be on the free Discord. If you guys don't know, I've done multiple giveaways already. They've just all been in the Discord, kind of at random times as well. I don't really like announce it on Instagram or YouTube. I just kind of do it. All right, on US 30. I was just saying it's all-time highs like Nasdaq. So we'll see if there's any good zones close to price. Both Nasdaq and US 30 kind of have this strong 3-hour supply zone. On US 30, it's already dumping, so I don't think we'll get back up here. But it does look like it wants to fill this gap down here. That's what it looks like. It's on its way towards. What about Nas? Main thing I'm looking at on Nasdaq is this 3-hour supply zone. I was also saying, since I was muted, I was also saying that if it was 9:30, I would be taking this short. But since the market hasn't opened up, I'm just gonna wait and see if the market retests this area and then comes back down, or if we come back up to this area, get above 950, then I would long it around here. Damn, the only thing with longing it, it'd have to break all-time highs for me to really get a 1 to 2. Hopefully there's good volume. Yesterday was Memorial Day, so it was a bank holiday. And you can see there really wasn't much volume. Market only moved around 80 points during New York Open. I mean, I will say though, like, it looks like pretty clean price action on yesterday. I feel like usually on holidays you get very choppy price action, but yesterday looks pretty clean. Where's the Discord link? Hmm. Shit, I'd have to find that. Let me see. Invite. Alright, I'm gonna send the invitation to the free Discord. Also, in this Discord, I do like the journaling, which I'm gonna start doing again. And then I do giveaways on there. Most likely, when I hit 10K subscribers, the giveaway will be on there. Okay, back to US 30. Let's see. We have this 3-hour supply zone. Okay, let's see. Something looks weird here. Just the gap looked weird on the bigger time frame. I'm gonna mark all-time highs as well in case we are bullish. I wouldn't be surprised if we get all the way up there. You still want 1 to 2 or 1 to 1? Honestly, if the volume's pretty slow, I'd just go for a 1 to 1. Call it a day. I definitely have to learn to take it slow when the markets just are not in my favor. All right, we definitely have way more zones on US 30, which I like. The only thing about US 30, there's really no zones close to price. That could be pretty bad. We'll see though. I mean, if it pulls back to this area, it'd be a good trade. You guys remember when, like, if you're on Instagram, then you know. I don't know about Twitter, but on Instagram, it wasn't too long ago either. I think it was in April. I think there was this new prop firm called Tenacity Trading, and like all of these how do I say, I don't want to say ICT traders because that's just that's not it. Most of them were ICT. Anyways. Um a lot of trading influencers posted about Tenacity Trading. And I literally, if you're on my Instagram, I literally posted, I was like, guys, I reposted this reel that was just basically saying that it was a scam and to stay away from it. And I posted it because I knew a bunch of you guys would like fall into that trap of like, getting into this new prop firm. And I've done that same mistake. I know how bad it is to get into a new prop firm and like basically kind of get scammed. So I posted out like a warning, and then like now you don't even hear about Tenacity Trading. I don't know if they've shut down or what, but they're definitely not doing good. I'll say that. I have heard they paid out like all their traders and stuff, but even the idea of the prop firm, I think the prop firm was like competition based. So it wasn't like a regular prop firm. It was like you'd kind of pay to get into a trading competition kind of. And then whoever wins, I guess, would earn like this live account, which I like right off the bat just sounds scamish. So I hope like none of you guys really fell for that. But I know if I was a newer trader, I definitely would have. I don't see any more zones, so I'm just gonna chill out, wait for the market to open. We got like 15 minutes. Really quick, I also want to check news. Let's see. Nasdaq supported by Iran deal progress and China rate cut hopes. The bias is slightly bullish. This is cool, this website here. What could flip it bearish? Okay, cool. Cool. Let's check the Trump tracker. Early, okay, doesn't really matter. Boom. I do want to check earnings as well, just in case. Earnings calendar. How much time does it take to become profitable? I don't know, like it depends on the person. I would say like for sure over a year, for sure. Maybe even over 2. But that's the thing. It's like you could be trading for a year, but like within that year, like you're probably not taking it as serious as you should be. So I feel like it really wouldn't count as a full year. Like when I first started, I wouldn't say like I was actually trying. I would say it was just kind of like a hobby, kind of, you know? When I first started, it was just like kind of random. Like, I would not be consistent anything. Jesus, these dogs. Damn, that was scared me. I'm not gonna lie. Damn, now they're howling. Oh my god. Let me go see what they're barking at. It was just someone walking by. Like, we got four German Shepherds and a Chihuahua. It's actually the Chihuahua's birthday today. Leo's birthday. He turns 5 years old, which is crazy. I still remember when he was like this little baby. Okay, what was I doing? I was gonna look up earnings calendar. Earning whispers. There we go. Okay, I don't see nothing too important. I don't see any earnings that are like high up on Nasdaq. Yeah. Okay, good. Good to know. And then I was gonna check the calendar for news. It says we have high impact news today at 10. So that's definitely good to know. If I feel like the opening's a bit weird, then I'd wait for 10 a.m. See how that goes. How much time it took you to become profitable? See, like, I started trading like 3 to 4 years ago, but like when I first started, it was very on and off. So it wasn't like, 3 full years. But I will say, like, the first year of me consistently showing up, then I started to see results. Like, I was actually trying, like, showing up at the same time every day. I might not have been trading the same strategy every day at first, but like I was still trying very hard. Then I got like my first payout. Then after that, I was trying way too hard that like I was failing, And that happens a lot to a lot of I've spoken to a lot of traders and I've noticed this pattern. After your first payout, you might go like downhill for a bit because you kind of struggle with like I don't know, greed. You want to get another payout fast because it was like such a good feeling that you chase it too much. So after my first payout, I didn't get anything for months. But then I got like my first 10K, then 20K month, and then it's been uphill from there. I like to think with trading, like, bro, you could go. It's like that saying. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but it's that saying where like you could be 1 HP, but you could do 200 damage. If you play Fortnite, then you know. But it basically is saying like you could be at zero with trading, and then like next week or like pretty soon you could get like I don't know your first huge payout or something. Like you could do like a whole 360 with trading for the good. Caring too much kills you. Yeah, I definitely think so. It sucks too cuz it's like how wouldn't you care about trading and like your goals with trading? So it's like every loss you take feels like a step back when you're really really trying. Yo, my phone's not even charging. Damn. I had this older phone. I think it was like the 14. Hold on, let me plug it in. And the issue I had with the older phone was that I'd always need to be charging it because like the battery was fried. And then I got this new phone, the newest one, the orange one, and the battery's good. So I forget to charge it. And then when I have low battery, I'm like, nah, like this about to last till tomorrow, so I'm not gonna charge it. So like I kind of have the same issue now as before, where like I just always need to charge it. Or that's what it feels like. Or like I always have low battery because I don't charge it. Yo, why did this freeze? Hmm. Not sure why this is like that. My face cam stopped working. How much time? We got 5 more minutes. Let me see if I could fix it. Was that average time you spent on the charts every day? Let me tell you, when I make the most amount of money, I spend the least amount of time on the charts. And that's literally like an hour or two. Keep in mind too, like I'll be on the charts, but I won't be actively trading. Like when I'm at my prime, like it's a 30-minute window and that's it of me like actually looking for a trade. And that's from 9:30 to 10 a.m. Like if you look at my streams at the beginning of the year, I was like very in and out. If the setup didn't show before 10, I'd most likely call it a day. Like I'd spend the least amount of time at the casino, you know? Do you think a person's success depends a lot on their personality? Can a person's personality hinder their success? I would think like if their ego's too big or something, then yeah, for sure. Yeah, because like if you have a huge ego with trading, it won't work out. You're gonna want to be right all the time, and you can't. You cannot be right all the time. US 30 or NQ today? I mean, it's looking like NQ, I'm not gonna lie. But it depends. Right now, what I'm looking at is 3 hour supplies on NASDAQ, which we're at right now. I'm hoping it doesn't melt as soon as the market open, I'm hoping for at least a small pullback up here and then down if it wants to go down. We'll see though. And then with US 30, like all the zones that I have are pretty far away. So I'd only trade US 30 if there's like really good volume, which there could be. I mean, it's the first market open of the week after this whole Iran thing. Damn, this is going down. See, this is why sometimes I want to take a trade pre-market, because the setup like shows up. Like right now, if it was 9:30 or after 9:30, I'd already be taking the short. But I'm not gonna do it. I want to see how the market opens. Yeah. How big is this move? Yeah, like this move looks huge, and then when you measure it, it's like, oh, it's only 40 points. What? That's a good sign though. We're getting kind of a volume spike before the market opens. That could be a good sign for a volatile market open. Let's see, 20 seconds. We do have news at 10. US 30 looks like it really wants to fill this gap down here. Okay, here's NASDAQ retesting this 3-hour supply zone. Yeah, so far it looks like NASDAQ definitely rejected this 3-hour supply zone. The only thing is, if I enter short now, it's gonna be a rough stop loss. Like, kind of a random one. Yeah, I kind of want to short it, but the stop loss just won't make sense. I'm gonna take the risk. If it breaks this low, I'm gonna go in short. Yeah, US 30 filled the gap. Which there's honestly kind of no way I would have taken that short. Maybe off of this 5-minute zone, but I think the reaction happened too quick. Also, I'm gonna start using Tradecopia and start copy trading multiple prop firms, which I don't know if you know, but like if you trade with Tradecopia, you could bracket trade with Tradeovate. Okay, I'm in a short here on NASDAQ. Put my stop loss at 905. I do have a 5 minute zone at 57, which is also around like a 1-to-1. Let's see. I want to see how it reacts at 57. That could be a good take profit. Yeah, I'm going to go break even here at a 1-to-1. Again, this is a good take profit area. Like, it definitely could bounce from here. I want to see how this 1 minute candle closes. TP2 is around 831. All right, I'm going to start locking in profit once it breaks this low. Okay, I could not take profit there. That happened way too quick. All right, I'm going to trail this tight here. There we go. I got out there. So I closed it out almost at a 1-to-2. I definitely could have closed it out at a 1-to-2 if I trailed it quicker maybe, but it fucking wicked way too fast. I don't have any more zones around this area except this tiny 5 minute zone, which I don't think is going to be too accurate, honestly. The reason I took the shorts was just because we rejected this 3 hour supply zone. Usually I wouldn't get this late of an entry, but like it just kind of made sense. See, cuz I've had trades where like I say like, "Oh, like, I'm not going to take the trade cuz the entry's too late." And then I end up missing like a really good trade. To me, it's just like if you see the market rejecting the area, and since it rejected the area, we're most likely gonna go to the next zone, which for me was down here. Then why not take the risk, right? You kind of know the direction it's going towards. So that's what I decided to do. The entry confirmation was just the break of this 1 minute wick down here, which again, usually like I do get good entries like that, but only if it's like up here, right? In today's case, it happened very quickly because it was right at 9:30. So we had this huge spike that happened pretty quickly. And honestly, I don't take trades like right at 9:30. I like to wait at least 1 minute. Like at least for that first candle close. Let's see if the copy trader, okay, did cool. Yeah, so on the copy trader it closed out around like $400, which I'm fine with. I wonder if, okay, never mind. I was gonna say, I wonder if Tradecopia allows you to trade on the platform because it has like a chart on there. All right, let's journal this. That was it for me. I'm not gonna take any more trades. I will hang around though, because I do want to see how the news comes out and what happens after that. See, the opening range is 108 points so far, which is decent. Definitely is good. I mean, I would say there's good volume. Now it's just about like if the volume continues after news. So that's what I'm going to be waiting for. I'm not going to take any more trades though. I do think though, if we stay below, I would think if we stay below like the 860s, then honestly I think we could come down all the way to the gap. But I feel like we'd really only get down here with good volume. Let me double check though, because it's just crazy bullish. Like, if I was on the bigger time frame, I'd be looking for buys. And if I was trading supply and demand, there's like no demand zone to take the trade from. Unless it creates a new one pretty soon. Then maybe. How many accounts on lower tier with Tradecopia? Lower tier, I don't know what that is. I plan on having like 20 accounts on Tradecopia or more. Right now I have 10 with Lucid and Tradeify. I do want to add Funded next to it, Alpha Futures, and Top Step. With Apex, I'm not sure yet. The thing about me and Apex is I kind of think that if I get close to a payout, they're not gonna exactly pay me because they're gonna transfer it to live because I've made money with the prop firm. So that's the fear with Apex that I have right now. That's why like I'm chilling off of them. They're still really good prop firm. They still do pay out, but I would say like if you've already made a decent amount with Apex and you're trying to get like a huge payout, I wouldn't go for it right now until they have like clear path to live. Yeah. That's the only thing with Apex, which is like why I kind of took a break from them. They're still really good prop firm though. I still think Apex is a game changer. I just want to see what their path to live looks like. Okay, yeah. This shit pumped all the way up. This went all the way up, which if we look at the 15-minute candle now, it has a huge wick and it'll most likely close out with a small body unless we get like a really good push here. So yeah, now I'm definitely not bearish. Even though we did reject the 3 hour supply zone back here and it gave me a good short move, it quickly recovered it. So it's not bearish at all. It's definitely still bullish. Well, that's the good thing about being a scalper. Like, you can buy and sell, be in and out, which is what I just did. Now I can see that, especially if this gets above 950, like, it's just gonna rip to all-time highs. We'll see, though. We'll see. Let's see what happens. 15-minute candle has a huge wick. I'm having trouble with journaling. Do you write or just record your live trades and study them later? I actually journal my trades. I take pictures of the trades, screenshots of the trades, and then I try to take like multiple screenshots of the trade to kind of look at the market structure, look at why I took the trade, what was the entry confirmation, and that's pretty easy. The hard part about journaling is journaling on the losing days. Like, that's the hardest part ever. Cause when you lost and then you have to journal, it's like, damn, like, I was so stupid. Da 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 da. My best advice for losing days is take after you take the loss, don't journal right away, because if you journal right away, you're still gonna be pissed off about the loss. So take a break from the charts, and then like a couple hours later, look at the charts and try to see if you made a mistake, or like if the market gave you a hint to not take the trade or something like that. Yeah, this shit is ripping. Let's see news. I want to see this news candle. I mean, I'm not gonna trade it, but something about like news candles, it's always satisfying to watch. Wow, look at how the longs came in. What was I saying? Yeah, we'll show the journaling on stream. I do want to get back to doing that. But I'll journal in like, I don't know, 20 minutes. So I do want to see how the market ends up playing out after news. I mean, this is clearly bullish. Like, we already got above 950. This was my long trade here. I was planning to take longs if it got above 950. Let's see if that would have played out. I mean, I'm not surprised if it does. Yeah, this is a good example of like the trend is your friend. I took this counter trend trade. Even though the TP hit quickly, you could see when the buying came in, it just, the buying comes in faster because that's the trend. This is like a stronger move up. Now we're at this 15-minute supply zone here. I won't be surprised if we push past that eventually. On US 30, damn. I don't, US 30, US 30, like, something about it recently has been so off. Maybe that's just me, though. Maybe that's me. I don't know. I feel like I've been losing a lot on US 30, like, the past 2 months. And I mean, look at it right now compared to NASDAQ. It's like so sad, you know? Jeez. We got what, 13 more minutes for news. How much is the membership in Tradecopia? So the base one is $50 per month, and what I got from it is, so the $50 a month one, it like you have to have the app with it. Like right now, if you could see, like I have the app Tradecopia, and I guess the next membership, which is 150 per month, three times bigger, right? Yeah. The main difference I saw was like it's web based, so you don't need the app. Meaning, like, I'm pretty sure you could do it from your phone, like Trade Syncer, and then other things as well. I just think that was like the main difference. Oh, and then I used the code with Tradecopia, so it was actually 35, not 50. But supposedly Tradecopia is supposed to be better than Trade Syncer because I think it's not cloud based or something. So it's like more accurate. I think it was something like that. Something like that. Where is this? I'm actually pretty sure I have a code with Tradecopia, but I'm trying to make sure. I'm not sure. But yeah, I'm gonna honestly, like, I've been pretty scared to try Tradecopia, but it's crazy. Like, it's a crazy feeling because I feel like when you get to your next level with trading, like, it's always a scary step. And then when you take it, it's like you never regret it. Like, for me with the 20 accounts, it was always a scary thing for me. Like, it's always something I wanted to do, but it was scary, you know? Especially live streaming it. That was scary because it's like, damn, like, I don't want to fail in front of a bunch of people. Wow, we just rejected this 15-minute supply zone. Just like that. That was actually a clean move. How much time? 10 minutes for news. Let's see if we bounce at the opening range. What was I saying? Oh, like fear with trading. Sometimes I feel like it's necessary to get to your next level. But yeah, with the Apex thing, like I was always scared to have the 20 accounts and like really give it a try because I didn't want to fail. And like with the Tradecopia thing, it's like I've had bad experiences with third party copy traders. So it's kind of scary to like depend on the software to like, manage your trades, copy it across all accounts. But then it's like that's the only way you kind of get to the next level is by trading multiple prop firms. And like for me, I really only trade like literally 10 minutes a day. Like if it's a really good day, it'll be 10-30 minutes, right? And that it's hard to trade like multiple prop firms when you only trade a little bit. So it's like I kind of have to have a copy trader, even though I'm scared of it. I'm scared of it like messing up and stuff. But I think like facing that fear will get you to the next level. Okay, we definitely did have a little bounce at the opening range here. US 30 is literally on another world. Like not even in it's not even I don't think US 30 knows it's open, honestly. Nah, she is lost. Why didn't you take your trade yet? I already took the trade. It was this trade here. It was a very in and out trade. Very in and out. Nope, we did not really bounce off of the opening range. We're still going down. We got 7 more minutes for news. Then after news, I'll probably journal on stream. All the volume sitting on NQ. Yeah, it definitely is. The volume's really good on NQ. I mean, look at the 1 minute time frame. Like, we have strong body candle closes, mostly continuations on the move. I'm gonna accept this short here. But I mean, if you're like a real scalper, like in and out type of thing, this is good price action. US 30 finally fully filled the gap, which was expected. Five more minutes for news. I need to start journaling. Was watching a trade by side video, and he was basically saying you're not progressing if you're not journaling. Yeah, I agree. It's like you kind of need to become a student to your own trading always. Like you always need to be learning your mistakes, your wins. And like your brain's not going to remember all of it. It's not going to remember all of your mistakes or like, what exactly you were doing when you were winning. Your journaling is. And like I said, journaling's fun until you lose. Then after you lose, it's like, damn, like I really don't want to journal. But it's worth it. It's worth it. Okay, we bounced again from the opening range. We're very close to all time highs. So I wouldn't be surprised if we break all time highs today. I mean, that's what we've been doing for the literally like the past month. It's been crazy. I gotta get me TradeZella. You do. TradeZella is actually really good. TradeZella is now adding AI into it. So it gives you like reports. I think it's like weekly, monthly reports. Like kind of AI generated ones. But they're good. Like they're reports that you usually like wouldn't think about. For example, when I got into a losing streak, the report told me that most of my losers were but most of the losers were trades that I held on longer than 10 minutes. And then it just told me like most of my winners are very quickly. Just like today's win. What was it? 3 minute trade. So obviously if I'm in a trade for like 10 minutes, it most likely didn't go so well. And like I didn't realize that until the AI told me and I was like, "Whoa, that kind of makes sense." It tells you other things too. I just don't remember what, but it's pretty cool. TradeZella also just has a lot of cool features that newer trading, newer journaling trading platforms. That's a tongue twister. Like right now with this whole cloud AI thing and traders, it's like everyone's trying to make like a journaling platform with cloud. And I know because my DMs are flooded with it. It's like I've already had like four no, more than four people contact me saying, "Oh, can you try my journaling platform?" And you can tell it's made with cloud cuz like if you use cloud, you kind of know like it's like a if you've made an app with cloud, you know what I'm talking about. It's kind of like the same thing, like the same. It looks the same. And that's what I was seeing with these trading things. It's like they were copy and pasted. But with TradeZella is so much better than these newer like journaling platforms. And it has newer things. It has other things like you can backtest on TradeZella and actually like it'll collect your data from the backtesting. And then also you can create like your own setup. Not setup, but you can create like your own kind of playbook for your trade, which is really cool. Oh, and then it has templates for your journaling, which is also cool. I don't know. TradeZella, I would say, is top tier when it comes to journaling platforms. Anyways, here's the news coming out in 5 seconds. Right at all time high. News is coming out right at all time high. And then it just spikes up. That's funny. Yeah, definitely bullish. We're definitely bullish, and then US 30 is going down. Like, I don't know. That throws me off. I saw some guy had Cloud with the trading platform, and he basically letting Cloud trade for him. Cloud would only ask for confirmation to place a trade. Yeah, I've seen that a lot as well. And I think the crazy thing is that like hedge funds and like these huge traders, they've been doing that where like robots trade for them or like algorithms trade for them. And now like retail traders can do that with cloud. You just need to program it, which I don't know how to. I mean, I know I'd learn if I really wanted to. I don't know. Something about letting a robot trade for you. It sounds cool though, I'm not gonna lie. I decided to give 3 hours every day for the market to read as a 21-year-old student. An entire day I do nothing and wait for the next day. 3 hours and watch scrape on YouTube and Instagram. I can't focus because the dogs are barking. It was coded and Cloud was in the trading platform making orders. Yeah. No, it's cool. It's definitely a cool idea. Like it could literally make money for you while you're sleeping. Wow, Nasdaq is at 30,000, or it was. It will be. It will be crazy. Let me reread. I decided to give 3 hours every day for market. to read as a 21-year-old student an entire day. I do nothing and wait for the next day. Uh, okay, I'm not. And then you said, what should I do? I'm not sure what you're trying to say, but the part where you say, and the entire day I do nothing, I would say that's bad. Only because, like, I've been there. I've been the trader that, like, just trades, and then for the rest of the day, is just kind of on the phone, scrolling, doing nothing. I would say, like, honestly, that's bad. I don't know. I feel like you should have a purpose outside of trading, or you should have like a hobby, right, or something that you do besides trading. Because you don't want to be like, you don't want trading to be the only thing you think about 24/7. Because we all know how that goes. You get obsessed with it, then you overtrade, and then you're doing too much, and then you're like, damn, what did I just do? So I would say try to find a hobby, or like, you know, find your passion for something or your purpose. Don't scroll all day. It's bad for your head. How was your trading 20 accounts without a copy trader? Well, I copy traded on Tradeovate, so it's easy. Cause Tradeovate has a copy trader, but it's not like you can copy trade across multiple prop firms. You can't do that with Tradeovate unless you have a third party copier, like Tradecopia or TradeSyncer or Replicanto. I've heard of. Are you one-to-one trader or higher? Wonder if you structure your take profits like that, or more just filling the market out with experience. My default take profit is like a 1 to 2, like it always has been, especially this year. But if the trade looks like, if I have like really good, how do I say it? Not intuition, but like, let's just say I took this short here and like the next area of interest was all the way down here, then I would try to aim all the way down there, but like I'd always try to make sure I lock in at least the 1 to 2. If I go over a 1 to 2, like it has to make sense on the charts. I can't just be like, oh, this trade went well. It could go all the way down here now. Like I have to have a reason behind it. With this trade, the TP2, that was it, because other than that, there's like nothing else except this 5 minute zone. I'd only think it was going to go lower if we stayed below 860, which, like, once we closed above that, boom, we went all the way up. I didn't take this long as well because it's really not, it wasn't an A plus setup for me. And I mean, the A plus setup I had already taken. It definitely was a good trade though. It was the bottom. Okay, the news came out and it was nothing much. Not what I expected. Honestly, I thought the news would like drive this crazy, but it did nothing. Are you still containing your studies? No, I graduated, I think it was last year. I don't even remember. I got a associate's degree on business administration, which I didn't want to do. Like I hated school, so I didn't want to go to college, but I did it for my parents. That's literally the only reason. Yeah. But honestly, it's like business administration mm, it's like I literally learned nothing about business. I think the most I learned about business in college was like accounting, accounting 1, accounting 2, and I was pretty good at it, honestly. But it's just like pointless cuz I'm not an accountant. So like I'm not going to use that. Yeah. I don't know. I hate to say that college was pointless, but for me, like it actually was. It really was. It felt like a total waste of time, which I hate to say, but that's just how it was for me. What do your parents say now that you make a lot of money with trading? I mean nothing. They've always really been really supportive, which I'm very thankful for. Like some parents aren't as supportive and that sucks, but my parents were very supportive. They've always been. And with the YouTube stuff, they're very supportive as well cuz when I was younger like I wanted to be a YouTuber. Like I'd watch FouseyTube, you know? FouseyTube. Sorry. He was like a really big vlogger. And I don't know, I was obsessed with YouTube. So when I was younger, I told them I'm gonna be a YouTuber, and like they kind of laughed at me because what was I gonna YouTube about when I was younger? I didn't know. And now that I'm older and I have something to YouTube about, it's like they always bring it up like, wow, like you always said you wanted to do that, like you're doing it. So they're always very proud of me. Yeah, with the trading stuff, it's like for that, they're kind of older, so it's like I don't think they really understand, especially in the beginning. In the beginning, when I had my first 10K month and the payout got approved and then the payout got denied because the prop firm shut down, I never got that money. That kind of like not scared them, but it was just kind of like, damn, like, you know, they didn't want me kind of, they didn't say they didn't want me doing it, but they're kind of scared for me. So then I think like a month or two after that, I told my mom I was gonna get a 20K payout, and she didn't believe me because not too long before that I didn't get my 10K payout, so she didn't believe me. But then I got the 20K payout from Tops Up, and that was like what, like wow, that was crazy. And yeah, I started getting like multiple 10K months. It just became kind of normal. And for the 40K month, like I told them about the 40K and like they weren't surprised, like now it's just something that I kind of just do. In the beginning though, they were kind of shocked. I mean, shit, I would be too. Like I'm just kind of pressing buttons and making money. Family members actually support you when you haven't made it in trading our gold. Yeah, they are. Like if you have someone that believes in you, really supports you, then be thankful. Thank them for it. Not everyone's like that. Like I think my girlfriend was every day for like supporting me because there was this phase in my trading in the beginning where like man, I wish it was just like L after L, like blowing account after account. And I remember like what I do. I remember this is so random, but it's just what I remember. I was drinking beer, which like if you know me, you know I don't drink. Like I'm not a drinker. But this time I was like, like let me take a beer, like da da da. And that was my last time because right after that beer I started crying. I was like calling myself a loser. She's like, no, like you're not a loser, da da da. And I was like, yeah, I'm not drinking beer after this. Random thought, but that's just what happened. I think that's why I don't drink anymore unless I'm on vacation. Cause to me, it's like if you drink to kind of hide your feelings, it makes it worse. Like it does. Are you single? No. Nah. I've been with my girlfriend for over 5 years now. We met when I was 15, which is crazy. We've worked almost every job together as well. That's like a random thing, but I don't know why. That's just what we did. And mic got cooked. Yo, I'm thinking about buying a new mic. I'm not gonna lie. I'm debating on which one, but I think I know which one I'm gonna get. I think I'm gonna get a Rode mic. Let's see if I can find it. Rode mic. Cause it's like this is a cheap microphone. It's like $30, I think, and it speaks for itself. I mean, the quality isn't that good. It's good for some things, but for streaming, it's not. Cause for some reason the volume's all the way up, and like you guys could barely hear me sometimes. I'm also just kind of picky with like the electronics I buy, but with the mic, I wasn't. Now I will be though. I will be picky about the mic, cause now I know like the quality does matter. All right, let me journal this really quick. Let's see. This is a good example of your take profit is just as important as your stop loss. I mean, if I didn't take profit down here, Jesus. Like, this was the only chance to take profit. Okay, let me journal. Boom. All right, so when you journal, you want to be able to look at your journaling and say, okay, that's exactly why I took that trade. That's what you want to do when you journal, right? You want to get an idea of exactly what you were thinking, why you took the trade. So for me, honestly, I mean, I wasn't too focused on the market structure. Sometimes I am. Today I wasn't because I didn't have too much to look at. Like obviously we're bullish on the bigger time frame. Like that's it. So honestly, this trade was just down to how the market reacted once we tapped the 3 hour supply zone. Also, this is random, but if you were like early on the stream, I said I'd want to take a short now because we were rejecting this area. But I was like, I've always regretted taking trades right before market open because something like this will happen, right? Like if we took this trade pre-market, I mean, I would have taken it here and then I would have said, let me place my stop loss at this high, right? This wick here. And then as soon as the market opens up, it wicks out of this high here and then goes down. This is a great example of why I don't take trades pre-market because something like this kind of always happens. Anyways, that was that. I didn't take that first trade. What I took was right at 932. 33. 32. 32. 932. We tapped, market opened up 930. We tapped back into this 3 hour supply zone and then we went down from there. The entry confirmation was on the 1 minute time frame. Once we broke this 1 minute wick down here, that was the entry confirmation. Obviously, I would have wanted the trade confirmation to be up here, but that didn't happen. Well, if it was up here, then the stop loss could have been at the high. It would have been like way better RR. That didn't happen. I didn't get confirmation. So instead, I got the confirmation down here. I wish I had a better zone around this area, but I didn't, right? Like, we're at all-time highs. It's really hard to get zones up here. So the only zone I had was this 5-minute zones. And 5-minute zones for me aren't so accurate. I'm not sure why, but on a 1-minute time frame, when it's like a 5-minute zone, it's not accurate. I don't know why. For example, here we clearly chopped up at the zone on the 1-minute time frame. On the 5-minute, it looks way cleaner. Like, it doesn't look that choppy. And your entry for a long could have been at this 5-minute wick. But if you know, like, my entries are always on the 1-minute. And we faked out here for, like, the shorts. Anyways, let me take a screenshot before I keep chatting. But back to the journaling, like, because this does happen sometimes, if I was looking at the bigger time frame and I got some sort of bias or like some sort of reason behind taking the short, then I'd screenshot it. In today's case, I wasn't looking at the bigger time frame. I was just looking at this 3-hour supply zone, and that was it. So I really don't have to screenshot too much. Let's see. But what I like to do, I like to screenshot it on the 5-minute time frame just to kind of see how it looks. Let me paste it on the Discord. And then I screenshot it on the 1-minute, which is actually the entry time frame. And then once I have the screenshots down, I put, why I took the trade. So for this trade, once the market I can't even spell. Once the market opened up, NASDAQ tapped a 3-hour supply zone and immediately rejected it on the 1-minute time frame. We wicked off the zone. Yo, I can't write. Oh my god. We wicked off the zone. Boom. The entry was a bit late. It was as early as I could have gotten it. I only say it was late because it's like in the middle of two zones. So it really wasn't late. The entry confirmation was just off. The entry was after we broke the 1-minute down. Stop loss was TP was the TP was 200 ticks, and I'm pretty sure I lowered it like a tad bit just in case like it shot down like crazy, and then I ended up missing the actual TP and closed out around here, which is still over a 1-to-1, which is good. Immediately. Okay, boom. See, I can't spell that. I don't know how to spell that. Immediately. See, it looks right, and then it's not. And it's not even correcting it. We're just gonna leave it like that. Boom. Okay, I posted that. That's in the free Discord. which the link is somewhere in this chat. And then it's in the chart analysis. Permissions. Okay, cool. Took long on ES. I hope ES will break today's Asia highs. It probably will. I mean, the markets are very bullish. Please check ES. I mean, I could check it. I don't trade ES. I honestly don't know. Let's see. Oh wow, ES is at all-time highs. Oh, it is. It's very close. See, with ES and Nasdaq, like, I don't have too much education on it, and I don't have too much experience on it, so I don't know what to tell you. If you trust your analysis, that's who you should trust. You should trust your own analysis. You're very young. A lot of people find success like in their 30s or 40s. Do you have any plans for the future, like your own prop firm or something? Okay, honestly, no, not a prop firm. I don't think. I don't think so. Um, any plans for the future? Honestly, I just want to have a family in the future. Like nothing crazy. I want to have a family and then like a nice house. And then I just want to be able to not stress about money too much, you know? But like something about me is like I don't think I'll be a very flashy person even when like I really really make it. You know, like TGR, like he's very flashy. I don't think I'll be like that. I think I'll be very calm, very low key. Like it's crazy, bro. Like when people buy designer, like a I don't know, a no, okay, yeah, a $500 T-shirt from I don't know Gucci or something. It just doesn't add up to me. Like it doesn't. I rather wear a regular plain white T-shirt from Walmart than a $500 T-shirt from Gucci. Like what? It doesn't make sense. I don't feel like I'll ever be that person to like ball out at a designer store. I don't know. Like I'd rather do something better with the money, you know? But I don't know. People say money changes people. I don't know. I think money like just how do I say it? Like it heightens you more. The way you are already. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I'm a ball out grandma status, yes. But alright, that was it for me. It's about 10:30. We're clearly bullish, right? But you can see once we broke all time highs, it looks very not choppy. It could be worse, but it does look like you should be careful with your entries. If you don't trade the fib or like I don't know fair value gaps, I don't know what you're gonna be trading up here because it's right at all time highs. Someone, I heard people calling this um where Nasdaq is discovering price. I don't know why, but it just kind of sounds funny, but it does make sense. Like it's never been up here, so we'll see what happens. If you took your trade, I would chill out, wait for tomorrow. Like it's only Tuesday, tomorrow's Wednesday, so we still have a week ahead. No, 3 days ahead. So I don't know. Take it slow. But I'll see you guys tomorrow. And I don't know. Don't be on the charts all day. Okay, a lot of you guys make that mistake and don't think too much about it. But there's actually this thing called decision fatigue, which is just, it basically just means like when you make too much decisions, your brain starts making shit decisions because it's kind of tired. And I think it's the same thing with trading. If you're taking too many trades, you're tiring out your brain, leading you to make silly trades. So keep that in mind.